Hello, good evening, everyone.
Hi.
We're here for a CREA Shot with a very special guest. Oh, she looks so impatient. Oh, she's right there, ready to be with us. Hello, Izzy.
Hello, Alicia, and hello, everyone who's watching. It's so great to be here
You
and
look
see
like you're in a
everyone.
very special place there. Where are
Well,
you?
I have my memories from CREA's past. So this is a photograph of Sestri Levante from
Oh.
previous visits there for CREA's that used to happen there. And it's one of my favorite memories and one of my favorite places. So I have it on my green screen.
Thank you, Izzy. You've been to CREA quite a few many times, if I
Yes,
recall
I
correctly.
have.
Yeah?
I've lost count of how many times. I think I've been going now for probably about 8 or 9 years, and I love it, as you know.
As I know, and you're going to be one of our facilitators this year as well.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so looking forward to it.
Easy. Today we our special. Okay, so first of all, let's remind everyone. This year, CREA is going to be in Tuscany at Dynamo Campus from the 22nd to the 26th of September. And if you want to meet Izzy Mamnoon in person, please join us. So,
We, we'll have a lot of fun, and they'll be learning too. But it'll also be a lot of fun and
yeah,
wonderful people.
that's what we need this year in particular, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So easy. Last week in our CREA Shot, we spoke about creativity and business because it's something. Creativity is pretty important for businesses and organizations and company and so on and so forth. And we know that you not only use your creativity at work. Uh, you are a specialist of everyday creativity. That's what I've heard.
Well, it depends on what you mean by specialist,
Mm,
but I'm definitely an advocate for everyday creativity. One of the things that really annoys me or upsets me is when people seem to think that creativity is something that you just turn on and turn off, and that you only turn it on when you're at work because work requires innovation and your job requires creativity. But I actually believe very strongly that we need creativity in our lives all the time. It should be the operating system that we are using all the time to run everything that we do. So I entered the field of creativity because I needed creativity as a parent, and I needed creativity to help me raise future adults who were able to solve problems, who were able to think for themselves, who were able to make good decisions, who were able to have resilience and hope because they were able to create the kind of outcomes they wanted. So, because I came from that very personal need to the field of creativity, I've always seen that the applications of creativity to everyday life are something that are essential. So, yes, I guess I'm an advocate. Whether I'm a specialist or not, it just depends on practice.
Izzy, would you like to tell us some stories about creativity and parenting? Because you have some good stories. I think our people would appreciate knowing.
Perhaps. Let me think. So, I years ago, I decided that we needed to document some of the things that we did in our family that were a little bit unusual
Hmm.
and were creative. And I found 11 examples of things that we did which were unique and what I thought were creative. And I shared it with my children. And they said, but you left out all our favorite approaches, all our favorite ideas. And I said, really? I did? What did I miss out? And they came up with at least 17 more things to add to the list. And what was interesting was one of their favorite things was the fact that when they were younger, and they would come to me and say, my sister is troubling me, and she and I are fighting, and you need to figure it out for us. You need to tell us who's right and who's wrong. And I would always respond with, wait a second, just tell me the date first. And they would say, why does the date matter? And I would say, well, if it's an odd date, so if it's the 21st of the month or the 11th of the month or the 13th of the month, then Iman, my older daughter, is always right. And if it's an even date, so if it's the 12th of the month or the 6th of the month, then Hannah, my younger daughter, is always right. And they said, but that's not fair. I said, that's okay. That's how I'm going to be fair as a mother. If you have a better way of being fair amongst yourselves, go work it out. And eventually, they stopped coming to me with their problems. They had to figure it out. And I thought that was pretty creative. And they really appreciated it as well.
That's also a great tip for teachers of all ages, especially
Exactly.
young learners, right?
Absolutely. So I've always believed in making it their problem or making them part of the solution rather than taking all of that responsibility. And I think that's part of creativity, right? The collaborative element of it.
Izzy, I think we have a special guest here today. There's I've heard some noise. We might have a special guest. We might have a special guest who wants to join in. It's a very, very creative. Is a very creative guest.
Is it Ethan?
Oh, there you go.
Hi, Ethan. Look at you, full of creative potential already.
He's not too happy to be on screen, I think.
Oh. All this paparazzi, all these fans. Oh, he's beautiful, Alicia.
I'm an auntie, and this is the mother is just here.
Well,
and Ethan is one of the most creative things we have around these days.
I'm sure. You know what it is? They are actually real motivators for creativity. Because as parents, if we don't get creative, we get caught up in these cycles of unproductive responses, and we also start becoming reactive because we're always fighting fires. We're always dealing with some kind of crisis or some kind of emergency. And instead, if we can get ahead of the problem and anticipate and solve for it and generate some interesting ways of dealing with it when we have the time to think, then it makes such a huge difference. And you enjoy it. You enjoy parenting, the parenting journey.
Izzy, I think you brought also something for us that you would like to show about being a parent and being a creative parent. Is that right?
Oh, I have a few things.
Great.
I wanted to show some of our little strategies in the house. So we had our own currency. So this was a $1 note, and it only worked as a dollar note if it was endorsed, as you can see, by me.
Okay.
And the children had to earn their allowance. They never received any kind of pocket money. And so they would do cleaning jobs and laundry around the house. So here is a check that I wrote for, it looks like basement cleanup. Okay. And the interesting thing was that they would save all of this money. They would save all these mommy dollars and then cash them in for real money when they wanted to spend it. But if they were spending it on books, then
Mm.
it became worth twice as much.
Oh.
So they were really encouraged to invest their earnings wisely, by myself subsidizing and amplifying their earnings when they spent it on things we wanted to encourage them to spend it on. But the other show and tell that I have
Mhm.
is actually something that I think many mothers will appreciate. It's a contract that my daughter signed with me, and I want to make sure you can read it. And it says, I, Iman Mamnoon, shall undertake all future physical activity at my own risk. I will only whine if I have bleeding, broken bones, bruises, swelling, or fever. And in case I do whine, I will spend 1 week resting. And this came about because they would spend the whole day playing. And then in the evening, when I needed them to help me get dinner on the table or help me with picking up toys, they would suddenly remember that they had had an injury at some time during the day, which now incapacitated them to the point that they could not help. And of course, as a parent, I was very concerned that they were so fragile. So I said, if you're that fragile, I cannot let you play because I'd be so worried about you getting hurt. So from now on, when you come home from school, I need you to rest on the couch. And you shouldn't move because I wouldn't want you to get hurt. And because television might excite you too much and you might start jumping or moving in ways that might hurt you, I think it's best if you just read while you're on the couch. And
Mhm.
they did that for 3 days. And then when their friends would come for play dates, I would say, I'm sorry, but they're too delicate to play. And finally, the solution to the problem was this contract that they signed with me, and then the agreement was that if they ever complained about being incapacitated, they would have to rest on the couch for a whole week, and it was wonderful because
I'm really curious now. I would be very curious to see how you treat your participants then in a in a session and what kind of contracts you might come up with them.
you know that my participants from previous workshops will tell you that I treat them all as if they were my children. So you can
Uh,
expect a little bit of evil.
Izzy, we have messages coming in. We've got the
Oh, we
Guimet.
do.
Our
Oh.
friend Guimet loves that.
Ah, oh, hi, Gimel and Paolo. I see. Oh, that's wonderful. It's so good to see them on there.
Oh yeah, we're so excited because we're gonna meet everyone. We're gonna meet
Exactly.
everyone in September.
I
Yes,
can't wait
and
to give everyone hugs and to see everyone and to replenish my creativity tank, because the conversations we have in a community like CREA, they really inspire you and they spark so many new connections and so many new ways of thinking about the world and the way that we interact with each other. That reminds me how much I need to be thinking about creativity all the time. It's so inspirational. I love it. That's why I can't wait. Kimet, it's so nice to see you and hear you too.
my dear Izzy, our
Yes.
time
It's
is already
up.
gone. Yeah.
We will have to continue this conversation at CREA.
Oh, we have to. And this is exactly like CREA. You have 3, 4 days, and it seems like an hour, and it's already time to go. So that's
Exactly.
the magic of
Yeah.
creative time.
Yeah.
So thank you very much again,
You are
and
very welcome.
that was fun. Thank you
Great.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching. And I hope to see you all at CREA.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao.